Hi everyone, it's Mel from Movement and You Fitness Coaching. This week we've got vegetarian rice paper rolls with tahini dressing or Asian dressing. I did two different dressings because a lot of people associate rice paper rolls with this traditional Asian style, but I wanted to show you how it doesn't have to be. There's many things you can use to add more nutrients into your diet, along with changing the flavors up. For example, maybe you're going to have these for the kids. They might not like the Asian dressing, so they'll enjoy the tahini one more. Maybe they don't want dressing at all. They may want tomato sauce, which hopefully you're getting a low sugar one, or you're making your own if they say tomato sauce. Because remember, that tomato sauce is majority made up of processed sugar. So back to this. Tahini dressing, sesame base. Tahini is just pressed sesame seeds. And this is a unhulled sesame, which means there's even more nutrients in there because they've taken the whole sesame seed as opposed to taking out the outer casing. So sesames have amazing nutrient content for us. They are connected with lowering our cholesterol. They are connected with high fiber. They are connected with an excellent source of vegetable protein, which is important for people who are vegetarians or maybe trying to do replacements and not have meat every day. So tahini, excellent. These recipes are on the website, myfitnesscoaching.com.au. Just use the link below to get to the website, and you can actually print out the recipe. It's all written up for the dressings and even the vegetables I've chopped today. But remember, the vegetables I've used today, you may not like all of them. You can change it up. If you want avocado, if you want to put in mushrooms, you might want to add tinned tuna, you might want to add fresh fish, you might want to add pork or prawn. Your choice entirely. Mix it up, change it up to how you like it. I've chopped everything up, but I'm going to show you how I did it to keep it simple. So we've got white radish over here. White radish, amazingly fresh veggie, really good for adding that zing to a salad and giving it some great natural flavor. I simply grated that on the grater. We've got capsicum, tomato, coriander. Keep it like this, and I'll show you why for presentation purposes to make it pretty. We've got julienne carrot. You don't need to be a chef to do that. That's what I've got this friend here to show you. This is a mandolin. You don't need to go and buy one of these, but if you have one at home, the mandolin, it cuts the carrot for you in that julienne fashion. It also keeps this cabbage nice and fine, so it's nicer to eat instead of thick cut. All right, so that's the mandolin. Gone. The next thing I used in the dressing, you'll see when you have a look at the recipe, you grate ginger. Now, don't grate the ginger on a grater. It's too coarse and won't be nice. You use a microplane to grate your ginger, and it comes out really fine, just like that. And then it just flavors the sauce as opposed to being present and fibrousy in your mouth. Much more pleasant to eat. Okay, we've got fresh mint. Leave those mint leaves whole as well. And remember, even if it is for the kids, leave it like this, because the sooner you introduce your children to different vegetables, having them raw, having them cooked, different flavors even, like in these dressings, their taste buds will start to become more explorative and they'll want to have different flavors. They'll be accepting of it. It's when we just stick to, oh, kids only eat this. Well, how do you know that? Try your children on it and keep trying them over the years, because our taste buds do mature and it is acquired as we age. So keep trying your kids on things. Just because they didn't like something when they were 8, maybe when they're 14, they'll eat it. The next component, we all know rice paper rolls. I'm going to show you how to work with them if you don't already know. You can get these clear white ones, but at any good produce shop, so veggie store, is where I got these from, you can get these amazing coloured ones. And why they're great, once again, the kids. They'll have a bit of fun with it instead of just looking at them, and get the kids involved in making these, because that's all part of it as well. Maybe they don't like cooking, but kids usually want to help out in the kitchen. And this is a fun process. You can get all the veggies chopped up. Maybe they've got their friends over for the day. They can set all this up and you can let them go to town making their own rice paper roll. So it's excellent. It also goes well in their lunch boxes. They can take it to school if you want them to. So you don't have to send them off with some sandwiches or tuck shop money. Send them off with these in their lunchbox. All you need to do to store these is once they're made and rolled, put some damp paper towel over the top of them to keep the paper moist. Otherwise they dry out and become a bit rubbery. Not very nice for the kids to eat. All right, so what you do is you need to soak them. Now, when you soak them, don't over soak them because they'll be difficult to work with. So you want to just take them to the point that they've become gooey to touch, a bit slimy like a grub or a worm. Once they're at that point, you can put your next one in while you're making the first one. So from here, I'm going to put a little bit of cabbage, and think about the presentation, what I talked about with the coriander and those fresh mint leaves. So we've got some shallot here that I'm putting in. I'm going to run it down the middle. Some carrot, running it down the middle. But like I said, if you're letting your kids make your own, don't be strict. Let them go silly with it. We'll put a little bit of radish, and then we put a bit of capsicum down the middle for some colour. So I'm trying to create that rainbow effect, because remember, it's all about making it look good too. And then children are also inclined to go by visuals. So we're trying to attain that rainbow effect. Remember, 5 a day keeps the doctor away. So rainbow effect is about making sure you get your full range of vegetables, which is 5 serves a day. So by having these for a lunch, you're well and truly on your way. From here, you simply take that, tuck it over the top, and don't worry how the kids roll them. This is just for your benefit, so you know how to roll them. If you want to do this for a cocktail party, for example, you may want to make these, and I'll show you how you can cut them to turn them into finger size. So there's the first one, rolling it. And if we do it the right way, you can see the different leaves and things that it contains inside. There's your first one. Now, we'll get this out of there to save the day. You can see when you leave them a bit too long how it's now sticking on itself a little bit. So it's really important, if you know you're not fast at making them, don't put it in straight away after the other one, because you want to make sure you can get it out before it gets too slimy. So pulling it out if it is too slimy, you can see how this one's a little harder to work with than the last one. So just dragging it out. This time we're thinking about getting those visuals. So I'm going to get that coriander down first, and I'm going to get the mint leaves behind it to try and create that pretty little effect. There we go. We'll get the capsicum on that side to help it lay flat. Dump that in. And then we'll get some carrot on this side, some more shallot, and tomato. And I'm going to have this one, so I'm putting chili in mine. I love chili. So this is chopped up dried chilies. I keep dried ones because it's way easier than keeping the fresh ones that tend to go bad and moldy quickly. So I just keep some dried ones in the cupboard and I chop them up as I want them. So once again, taking the rice paper from your side closest to you, tucking it in over the top, tucking the ends in, and then pulling it firm, not too firm that you rip it, and rolling over till it's sealed. Now, if we want to turn that into a cocktail food item, it's as simple as knowing where your knife is. I did think that I left it in the sink, but it's away. So cocktail food item, going sharp knife. Needs to be sharp or you'll just rip it. On an angle, presto. And you just stand them upright like so. And you then have finger food sized portions that you just stand up on the plate, still have it with your dipping sauce. And people can just dip as they go. So that's rice paper rolls in a nutshell. Really excellent way, like I said, to get that 5 a day to keep the doctor away. Remember, it's 5 serves. So a serve of veg approximately is about a half a cup. So if I eat half of all the salad on that plate, I know roughly I'm going to get about 3 serves. So then in the nighttime, I just make sure I add 2 more serves of veg to my dinner, or more if I wish. Rice paper rolls, tahini dressing, and Asian style dressing. Bon appetit, and see you next time on Movement in New Fitness Coaching food tutorial.